Alright everyone, it is I, Jester Valentine, and today I decided to revisit the very map that started all this shit. The very map that brought us to where we are today. Organism. Yeah, I was actually originally playing this. This actually came about just last night when I decided, you know what? For shits and giggles, why not go back and look at some of my older VODs and see how far I've come. And so I tried to, and I realized that, god damn, a lot of my earliest VODs are actually unwatchable. Like, they aren't just, like, a little unwatchable just because, I don't know, my personality back then just wasn't as interesting or shit. No, they were just flat out, completely unwatchable, due to not only, my disinterested, sort of flat, on-stream personality back then. Like, I did not have the greatest personality back then. I gotta be honest here. Like, I have come a long way in terms of, you know, uh, streamer, character development, I guess you could call it. And I've become a lot more, hot blood and a lot more interesting since then. But no, the big issue was more the fact that it was completely unwatchable simply because of audio problems, strangely enough. You see, back then I used a Manocaster system, and unfortunately, yeah, there's a reason I don't use it anymore, and I traded for this Alistair mic, and I've basically traded, sound clarity and not sounding like, the radio demon for being able to be heard. Um, no matter what setting I tried, I just couldn't get it to work right. I think I got a defective unit, unfortunately. So I just stopped using it altogether, and that's why I now use my Hewlett Packard Cloud Alpha and all that shit instead now. Uh, so so yeah, that's pretty much the story of why the audio sounded like shit back then. Um, But yeah, needless to say, because I just decided, you know what, I should just go back and just redo all this shit and redo uh all the VOD and or rather redo the stream on it and basically go from there. Now, this stream will be a lot less wow, ooh, or or shit like that. No, no, this stream will be a lot more. There will be a lot more substance because one, I have a lot more information now, and there's been a lot more of the lore coming out, and I figured out some shit over the years, or over the months rather. And I figured out, like there's been new map releases from Dr. Moreau detailing even more of it, and all that various sort of things. So yeah, this redo will be, this revisit will be a lot more lore filled, and it will be a lot more actually looking at it with a critical eye and seeing, does it still hold up? Is it still good, or as good as I remember from back when I started playing VRChat, and it was a fucking idiot. Well, not an idiot, but it wasn't as seasoned or informed as I am now. And those answers are what we will be answering today. So, or those questions are what we'll be answering today. I am a dumbass. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's actually do this here. So right away, you can just really tell, that this is supposed to be like the big entryway, the big origin point for where the organism starts off, pretty much. Um, basically where it all began, and you could just get from the fact that there is a building that is a twisted spiral that is a very kind of a surreal area, like isn't like it, there is some weird non-standard space-time shit going on, and also that there has to be something pretty important up there because let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. There rarely is, like time warps with important shit in them. Or rather, there's rarely time warps with or rather just bright lights in an area or bright lights from a single origin point period without being something very important. So clearly there's something very important up there for either the organism itself to function or just some kind of entryway, like some kind of portal that you enter down here out of. And we also see this several times throughout all the organism worlds. There will be like a little area with this long apartment complex that's spiraled up at the top or caved in, or sometimes in epilogue chapter 2 and chapter or no that is spiraled at the top in original organism that is uh, leading into a black hole in epilogue chapter 2, and sometimes like in epilogue chapter 1 is snowed in. And it really has to do, with the general theming of each world. Like, organism is kind of the end result of all the experiments, of all the, of everything that happened in both chapter 1 and chapter 2. So, obviously, it would symbolize this with the tiled floors and with the generally combined elements of these big vents that would lead into some subterranean facility and all that. It really just symbolizes the kind of combination that will be going on here pretty well, and how is a combination of all the aspects from both chapter 1 and 2 into one big world, or rather as a combination of samples from different environments that these scientists have taken and then filtered into one big self-replicating organism pretty much. And I also just love this entryway. Like, it is one of the most, like, just the entryway alone is one of the most iconic sites in VRChat. Very gorgeous. Gorgeous graphics, which is one thing that really just is a common theme throughout this map, is that all the graphics are just so fucking gorgeous. So, right here, we can actually see was essentially a combination of several different things. So, or rather, basically an entryway, or would be an entryway to the apartment complex, or some big facility here. We also got a little bike and a carriage and this little security room here, which yeah, this which still has a little bit of rain on it, and this, I believe, I have commented in the original VOD, was a development oversight by Dr. Moreau, because if you look down here, this one doesn't have rain on it, so clearly this might be just a little just a development oversight on his part, and that's what I pretty much believed it to be. Unless he intentionally made it that way, I don't know. But pretty much everything I've seen seems to indicate that was accidental. Oh look, there's the Valve. Hey Valve, when is Half-Life 3 coming out? Sorry, I had to do that joke. And then we have a little sink here that seems to be taking water directly from this big big water wall, I guess you could say. which, if you see up here, is modeled to be as flush or as flush to the area as possible. Like it's not just just some big wire chunk that has just been left here. No, it's actually kind of a cutout in a certain way. Very, very strong attention to detail here. And I really like that. But in all honesty, it seems to be taking elements from both the very first opening scenes of if I was gonna compare it to anything, it seems to be a combination of the very first opening scene from Epilogue Chapter 1 and the apartment complex scene from Chapter 2. Hang on. Sorry, I know this isn't really a good time to stream because there's some serious shit going on in the background, but and also what serious shit, don't worry about it. I'm fine. But yeah, that's what generally seems to be. Not really sure what this means. I don't read Russian, but if anyone could translate, that'd be more than helpful. Because I know that is a C, which is an S in Russian. That is a P, and then the N, which I believe is I'm not so sure. I think that's like H or something. No, H is N, and H over there is N in our language, and translating Russian to English is very, I don't know. But yeah, as I said, it generally seems to be taking the very first parts of chapter 1, chapter 2, and kind of mashing them up. Like you see the blue apartment walls from chapter 1. The sled, which was definitely in the first parts of chapter 1. That was like a that was like a central thing there. And a little bit of the male stuff from I want to believe chapter 1, like somewhere later in there. That's all matched up there too. Oh, and guess who showed up? Like so, yeah, it's a mix. It's a general mashup of several different things. And right here, if you notice, it has an intestinal logo on it. So obviously, this is kind of the like basically thought of as the bit main processing section of the organism, or number one could be thought of as that, basically. But now we have to go back and wait for Sarah to show up. I don't know what Abby they're gonna be in when they do, so I have just chatting turned on for now. Oh, they're here. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? And welcome to my organism redo stream. Decided to revisit the organism today because I revisit. I can hear you. Yeah, it's just you because I can hear you loud and clear. And let me turn up the audio as much as I legally can. I know there's some there we go. Oh yeah, that I turned down desktop audio in certain worlds because of certain worlds use audio that is like trademarked or copyright or whatever. Yeah, that's why you can't. Yeah. With this world's a little different. Like you can't have the audio up. Um, like the worst I got was like a notice saying that some shit is protected, but no really serious legal action was ever taken. Yeah. 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 And right down here we have a really big actually let's take it to the top because it's basically thought of as a big vacuum. Snow vacuum when you get to the top of it. Again, we are in the processing part of the organism, so it must have something to do with like some kind of a process. Shit, this is not the way to go. Yeah, that's where you gotta use the elevator. Look how high up we are. Yeah, that's how you're gonna be feeling by the end of this. Yeah. Right up there is some kind of intake vent for processing and also a good view of the dimensional stack of the stack that is the outside dimensional wall or dimensional boundary or whatever you want to call it. These stairs are still a pain in the ass to maneuver. Not that I don't mind. Not that I mind. Still a record-breaking and really good map. Another little mailroom segment. So sometimes wonder if this is part of the original lab that like aided in creating all this shit that got like copied into it somehow. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Also, holy. Now that's a big door. Door? No, that's more of a gateway. I always find it very interesting how the music stops right here. Uh, yeah. This is the organism map that really, that was actually the first map I streamed on VRChat. No, we have never been here. Well, I have, but you haven't. But I will say, it's really interesting how the music stops. We go past a certain part, and then starts playing again. Like, that is very, yeah. Like, almost as if they want to signal that something really bad was back here. Though it doesn't seem like there's any danger back here, so... not sure what that's about. Some pipes, valves, levers, and all that down there as well. Here we are in part number 2, which is actually the power generation center. If the heart symbol is anything to go by, it's basically what powers everything. Because the heart circulates blood and delivers nutrients and power to... You get it. So I'm imagining it's the same sort of dealio, where this entire part here is basically like a big power generator, especially back there. This view gets me every single time. Like, this has to be one of the most beautiful views in all VRC. Not only because, I mean, just to look at the sheer size of all this compared to, you know, yourself, but yeah, but just, you know, just with the sheer level of detail alone. And I've noticed this before many times, but it is incredible how Unity could, you know, pull this off with very minimal performance issues. I mean, okay, few lower end PCs do struggle with this world, but mine pulls it off perfectly most of the time. Which the same could not be said for a lot of other worlds. Like, it's strange how my PC will shit itself violently, I might add, in, you know, like the smallest, like, Abbey worlds, and then it will run perfectly here. Absolutely insane. Not gonna lie, but this also always reminds me of those backrooms, what are those? Those backrooms found footage videos? Which I might cover in the future. I might actually cover those, coming up in the future. sometime, maybe. I don't know. Gotta get really good just chatting like theater mode first. Maybe in my new overlay, I'll do just that. Here's the little bar, which, by the way, this was actually, if you look closely, originally taken from the bar in the latter half of Epilogue Chapter 2. Um, where they had those, that bar with all the, oh god, my PC is freaking out again. Vixen, you could do this. It's alright. Yeah, Vixen has not been doing too well. I had to completely replace my Wi-Fi card because my old one died. In a freak accident, I might add. Like, it was not, like, a sudden death. It was, I accidentally destroyed it somehow in a total fucking freak accident that was just... That should have...
It was an accident in disguise.
Yeah.
Sorry, a blessing in disguise, rather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I remember that you always told me that the bad things about next year, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna be switching to what you have soon. I'm gonna be getting Tumbrel. Fuck Netgear. Like, Netgear is, like, not only do they require DRM spyware disguised as drivers, but on top of all that, those quote-unquote drivers are developed by Viralite, a company that, aside from having a name that sounds like an edgy hacker group, is also associated with several, like, government defense contracts and, like, weird spyware and like missile control systems and all that. Like it's really like it goes very deep with Netgear. But yeah, as I was saying, this is basically from that this is actually from the end scene, or one of the end scenes, and or the latter half scenes rather, in Epilogue Chapter 2, where there was that bar with the music and the neon colored drinks and all that. It also resembles the underground bar in Epilogue Chapter 2's Snow section. This is a which, same here, by the way. This is actually, if you remember back to the room where we saw them testing out, you know, the transmission antenna, and, you know, the information transceiver system, this is actually the result of them combining the scene from the train yards with the shit from the for the beach and the mall, and resulting in this kind of a thing here, where you see as the train tracks at the train section, it has the power lines, which are from the train section as well. It also has all the fences from the beach and from the shipyards as well, with the tankers also being from the shipyards. Um, but yeah, I just really just always love the look of this area, especially with the big buildings, or like the big structures, I guess you could say, surrounding it. Like, you know, there's just been so many, just like, it just looks so fucking cool. And it's just a really good place to hang out. Oh yeah, and then there's the little control booths. Or security booths, rather, which I believe I saw one in Organism Chapter 1. I've also seen one, or no, Epilogue Chapter 1. I've also seen one in Chapter 2. and a few other places. But just a beautiful little area. And you could actually, there's just pipes everywhere. Make you wonder, what exactly are those pipes for? Like, what are they carrying? And to be honest, given the nature of this area as a power generation kind of post, if the heart symbol's anything to go by, I'm imagining it is something used in the power generation process. Or at least that's what I'm theorizing anyway. And yeah, you can go down there. Not recommended. This. Ah! Almost fell. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I am not going back up those stairs. There we go. Yeah, I realized that this entire place here looks kind of like the kind of like at at first glance it looks kind of like the university from chapter 1, but with some elements from chapter 2 in it as well. And
Was it University from chapter 1 or chapter 2?
chapter 1, epilogue chapter 1, but it also has some chapter 2 elements mixed in this particular instance of it. And this, besides, resembling the endings of both chapter 1 and chapter 2, or, well, chapter 1 specifically, this actually kind of, this entire portal structure, I've always wondered what exactly it was for. And to be honest, now I think about it more, I think it's part of the power generation somehow. Because my original assumptions were that it was some kind of hangar, or like some kind of the portal that led to all this or whatever. But nah, I'm thinking now I know a bit more of the lore. It's whatever this thing is drawing energy from that portal and then using it to power all the processes and all that. And yes, each of these little vents here actually has its own sound, which is really, really trippy and really cool. And then there's this big thing right here. Now, what is all this about, you ask? Well, fuck. There we go. In all honesty, I think it might be some kind of like central generator. Like it's taking all that energy, then it's processing it in here, and then it's sending it elsewhere through those conduits in the ceiling. That's what I'm hypothesizing. Especially given its close location to said portal, said dimensional energy rift, I guess you could say, that appears to be taking energy from. But that's my current theory on it. And then up here is the brain. Is the brains of the operation. Brains. Yep. But this has to be one of the best looking parts of organism. I mean, all parts of organism are good looking, but this has to be one of the best looking, like best designed parts of organism. Just because, it feels so alien. It also feels very natural, and that's nice. Now, um, one thing to know is a gigantic spinning building up there. And to be honest, I don't really know what that does. A few people I have been here with said that it's like some kind of computational system, I guess, which they could they're probably not wrong, but to be honest, I don't really know.
Neo's asking to join us.
All right. He can't join us. This is a quest only world, unfortunately. I mean, it's a PC only world.
Right.
Yeah. Ah! Oh yeah. And there's also kind of a weird fluid here that gives you super speed. Gas, 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 I'm gonna step on the gas tonight to fly. Hey, 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 I'm so quick as a flash, I'll be your hero. Gas, 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 as a flash tonight, I fight. Hey, hey, hey. Shut! There we go. Now that's more like it. Oh, god damn it. They also have this little overlook here where you could, inspect what's going on down there. Kind of almost as if it was made to have like some kind of a crew oversight. Like in the early days of whatever project this was, like there was gonna be some people just overseeing it. But then either something went wrong or the project was abandoned and it was just, left here in space to gather dust almost and wasn't really inhabited all that much. Except for one guy towards the end, but we'll get to that when we get there. There's an additional walkway which passes these fuck. We're just gonna speed. Yeah, but there's an additional walkway that allows you to go over here. Which shit. which, to be honest, about this entire structure, like just for the way that is oriented and the way that it looks, you could tell that there's something very important up there. And while that might be the main like computational system or something like that, this has some very important significance. It has lead to a room that contains something far more important up there than anything down here. And just from this alone, you can tell that like whatever's beyond this is like some kind of like is either like the big computational system, like the big brain of this all, or it's like some kind of a core component that is like even beyond that. And the answer is actually that yeah, there is a core component beyond that, but we will not get into that until a little later. Um, because yeah, that's when shit gets really crazy. And to be honest, it already was very crazy. So yeah. But yeah, I could just tell from this that yeah, there's something really important being hidden behind there. Or um that just leads to somewhere very, very crucial, like our core computation system, or like a core or like a core like functional component, like either something for distribution, computation, or whatever, or like a thinking process or whatever. That yeah, there's some really important stuff going on beyond that, just from how it's oriented alone. Oh yeah, then there's also some up there, which when you see it, it's really strange, shall we say? All right, doesn't lead anywhere, but this sure does. And in fact, it seems to lead to some kind of central. I'm not sure what this is, but given the signs, it seems to be a backup generator. Like this entire section kind of has its own internal power supply to help with to help take either to help combat stress and take stress off the main power, which I'm guessing is what it's doing, or to or just because or just supply power because the main power just couldn't reach this area. I'm not so sure which. But yeah. And then there's the little windowsill from earlier, which, by the way, actually occurs several times. It occurs here.
Use a can of coffee.
Yep, and canned coffee. But yeah, it occurs here. It also occurs in a little train area back there in part 2. And then it occurs the very first one up in that funnel area, or smokestack area. And back all the way here, we actually have a part where I have to turn the audio all the way down. But yeah, this is a little like ice cream stand or whatever.
Radioactive ice cream, I would say.
Yes, highly radioactive.
The explosion of flavors are at your disposal.
Yep.
Protein not included.
Nuclear ice cream. Now with even more radioactive flavors. Sorry, I had to. And fun fact, those signs there, that one says snow. Well, that says soon. But then this one up here says snow.
Are we
How?
going toward the night, pal? The
Yes,
bad.
we both are together. But yeah, and how I know what this says is simple. I and that is that one of my friends who just happens to be Russian told me that snow that those signs say snow soon, snow and soon.
Wait, was that Shining?
Nah, it was a different one. It was somebody with
Oh, okay.
Highways crew.
Oh,
Yeah,
that crew.
yeah. Big big computational. I always thought this was either a power core or some kind of a computer system. But given the fact there are TV screens down there, if you look very carefully in that little area, as well as just where it's placed in the map, and also the fact that there are literal computers hooked up to it, I'm guessing is some kind of a computational, like a nerve center, pretty much. And whatever it sees those doors for is like acting.
Pretty old, based on the computers that are over there.
Yeah, looks pretty ominous.
2038.
Yeah,
You might, but whoever lives here, y'all might want to update your television and computers. Just saying.
yeah.
A letter I take for 2038.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yes. A wonderful library, which, by the way, this library is derived solely from Chapter 1. That's a little, whatever that's doing. Probably some kind of a sensor for detecting something. I will say one thing. If it weren't for the music, this would be a kind of a place that I would want to stay in. There's like some AI generated or edited art. Looks really cool, given the nature of this map as a a liminal. God damn it, liminal space.
I have been told by Shining that one, maybe a couple of these are actual photos.
Yeah, like that building over there. That is an actual photo of the FSB office of one of the main FSB offices. Like that one is an actual photo. And then that one right there, that is also another actual photo. Some are AI generated, but many of them are also actual photos. Like that one is you can't tell the difference. Because here's the difference between actual photos and the AI art. Like that one's an actual photo. That one is inside of an apartment complex in Moscow. Um, that one I'm not so sure. That one is a university. It's a photo from a university. It's just been edited over with some filters. Like I can tell the difference between actual photos and AI art pretty easily. Static Stairway to Heaven. Or rather to the next part of the map. which is entirely a little hospital here. You got the reception desk, which very antique reception desk. Usually they have modern computers now, but not bad. Uh, bed here. Door you can't access. And also a little waiting room, complete with a TV. That shows nothing but static. And also, there are lights set in each of the windows to give it kind of the impression that there is light coming through the windows, which I really like. Like a lot of worlds, or some worlds rather, do overlook that a lot. Um, and it's really nice that worlds like this actually pay attention to that. Actually pay attention to how to do windows correctly. Oh fuck. Yeah, this place is a literal has literal fucking footsteps in the back. When you go into that dark area, really creepy. Fun fact about this little cloning vat area. Another person, the same guy, Femi from Highways Group, told me that this translates to "Who are you?" when you read out all the letters in order.
Oh, am I? Well, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Still figuring that part out.
yeah,
Although, truth be told, I know more about myself than I did just this time last year. So that's
yeah.
saying something.
Not sure why they make a morgue room or morgue autopsy table out of tiles.
Hey Val, you know what? When I, you know the boozy room that I had back in that other world.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I just upgraded to this one.
Oh, even nicer.
Yep. But it does cost a little more, so they have to raise up the prices of the service.
Yes, indeed. Very nice. Your you got the little bathwater reservoir and some bathtubs. Very fancy. Real like it.
Yeah, no more crusty old no more, no more cheap boozy stuff in the crusty old bathroom.
Yeah. Two high chairs. Way higher than any. Way too big, if you ask me, for any normal person to sit in.
Maybe some sort of torture device.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I always get really uneasy going to this room just because I don't really know what's underneath this tarp.
Maybe it's a device of our demise.
Maybe it's a brand new car! Da, 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 da. Yep.
Too bad we'll never know.
Too bad we'll never know. Even the later worlds, it's never explained.
Maybe it's that brand new bed I've been asking for my my service.
Yes. Oh, and then this room here says snow. Even has a little pattern of a snowflake. And for good reason.
Val, did you turn off the AC down here? Man, it's cold.
I've been keeping it running. Oh no! And there's a big core right there. And the entire thing, by the
We're
way.
not in Checkpoint Kansas anymore.
Yes, we are not in Kansas. We're at the core of the organism. And there is snow everywhere. In fact, all the shit here is made out of snow.
Pretty sure this was the place where that one episode of SpongeBob was made. Future, future.
Future! Yes. This is where the only one other inhabitant is, too. Man in a hat. The man who made all this possible. Including this big icy tree right here. Which I have tried numerous times to jump onto, but as far as I know, there you have no avail. And to get out of here, Vexen, don't give out now! Stuck the landing.
I actually landed on top of this.
Yep. Overall, this world still really holds up extremely well since I first saw it. Aesthetics, oh my god, phenomenal. Like one of the best looking worlds in VRChat, and by a long mile. Especially when you compare it to worlds like especially when you compare it to even Palm Plaza Mall, because even Palm Plaza Mall doesn't look nearly this impressive. And Palm Plaza has some pretty good visuals. Let's be clear here. Um, I mean, like this is the only world that I know of that uses like 2K textures. We're even beyond 2K. Some looks like 4K even. Um, just it's just a real just technical achievement. Even compared to some of the biggest worlds, like the true biggest world in VR chat, test pilots and all that. Optimization, very good. I mean, my Shay PC runs it just fine, and Sarah's has an RX 79X TX and runs it way better than mine. So yeah, we both yeah if but then again that goes without saying. But yeah, optimization is really a strong part of this world. It's really you know despite its size, it seems to run on pretty much anything just fine. Most things that is. And level design still a real staple of all these worlds. Like that is really just Dr. Moreau's strongest point is his level design and his laying out of shit in, just a very detailed and methodical manner. And, that's why I repeatedly praise it for. That is really why I just love this world, just go back to it time and time again. It's not only because, it just, looks good, but it's just so well made and well thought out. Overall score of this world is 10 out of 10. This is the one of the few worlds I do give a consistent 10 out of 10 on because it is just that good. Um, like it really is. And if you're looking for just a stunning experience and just a really good world to take your friends to, then hey, come on down by. Now that is pretty much it for this stream. So what will I be doing on Wednesday? Yeah. Wait, what day is today?
This Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. So rather on Thursday. What will I be doing on Thursday? More than likely, probably following this up with a revisit of Epilogue Chapter 1, because that VOD is also pretty much unwatchable due to various tech issues with my old mic. Um, so that's probably what I'm gonna be doing next. Uh, unless anything happens. So that is pretty much my plan for next time. Um, Now, I am also working on some Abby shit, so I might also be doing that too. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be my main plan. Is just gonna be doing Epilogue Chapter 1 next, and then see where we go from there for the rest of the week. So yeah. But anyway, I gotta get going. You pretty much know the drill. I can't stay here forever. So thank you all for watching this wonderful stream here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, whatever. And I will see you all on Thursday for Epilogue Chapter 1. So yeah, good night everyone. Stay classy everyone, and good night. And I'll see you all on Thursday for Epilogue Chapter 2. Um, which I am really excited for. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. So yeah. See you then, everyone.